a guy that does a 9 till 5. I'd rather someone that is in business. And I'm not saying their business has to be fully set up or anything, but they're striving for it all, just like I am.
Andrew went on a date and asked the man his waist size.
The most you're getting is like £15 an hour. You are never going to survive.
The sex is shit and you keep the house nasty.
You're not doing anything, then you marry him and it's dead.
Should a man be dating if he's broke?
If he's broke?
He's broke.
Certainly not. He can barely afford to live. How could he date? How has he got time? I have to be in the top 1% of earners to rent a really normal 2-bedroom flat.
Less women in business than men. Why do you think more men are entrepreneurs or self-employed than women are?
I think it's mindset. Sadly, we're in a time where a lot of people are single mums. So there's a fear of, if I don't do this, there's literally no help and my children might not eat, or I might not be able to. Well, you can pay your rent for the most part. Obviously, we live in a place where we have benefits, but there's a level of fear. And especially now, especially if you're watching the news and stuff, fear mongering is real. So you're not even going to believe that. Some people don't even believe there's any point in being in business because they tax you, they do this, they do that. So then why are loads of people still in it? They want to discourage the normal person from jumping a tax bracket, from jumping a class line.
Because look now, Wes can say be here at 9 a.m. and we can be here. I can go gym, there's no excuse me. Nothing. If I can wake up late and still go to the gym.
Yeah.
Our day is set up how we want our day to set up.
It's very much designing a life
we live. That's what we've managed to do. But most women are not taught it. I think more men have.
I wasn't taught it. Remember, my whole thing is, as soon as I tell my mum something, why don't you just go and get a job?
Yeah.
As soon as I say anything where her mum is like, no, what you're doing the right thing.
Right until the wheels fall off. My mum's like, go for it. What you ain't got no money? So right, tomorrow invoices, something.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
Do something else. She didn't tell us, and a lot of women, men as well, but a lot of women are taught, go to school, go do well at school, go to college, do well at college, go to uni.
But don't you think that's our error though?
100%.
That's our error, because I'm not teaching my children that at all. Like my mum completely told me that I'm not allowed to do fashion. That's something I wanted to do. Yeah. I ended up doing the degree when I was 28. Yeah. But she said, no, you're not going to do that. You're going to go this way. Yeah. And I will never do that to my kids. Yeah. Because I always think, where would I be now? Because I'm actually a creative. Yeah. I'm a visionary. Yeah. So I can, if you know, you know. Yeah. But I would never do that. I would never do that. Don't get me wrong, I promote education to my kids. Like, you know, you have to do well. And that comes with, as well, discipline for them and teaching them that anything you do in life, you need to exceed. Do you see what I'm saying? But I tell my kids they can do anything that they want to do. Yeah.
So to bring it back, I think it's just that we are, I think a lot of women are so beaten down with what you're supposed to be doing, which is having a job and minding your kids, that going outside of that and building something incredible for yourself is going to be frowned upon. It's so for instance, we get called masculine all the time. We get called masculine all the time. You're so masculine. All you care about is money. Or that they're just in the kitchen, they're masculine. I'm thinking, I'm in the kitchen cooking and chatting to my friend. Where's what could be masculine about that?
Because we had the narrative of men being intimidated by successful women.
That's because they're saying that we're masculine.
Now, where do you think that intimidation comes from? So why would you say that men can say that women are where does that idea come from when women say, that men are intimidated by them? So would you say that men are intimidated by successful women?
I've heard it personally.
No, let's talk about your experience.
No, not my experience.
So you would say that, would you say that you've met a guy, maybe he's seen your setup, or know what you do, and do you think he's been kicked back by it, and so that means he's intimidated then?
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's like, but only the ones that should be. Someone that shouldn't be intimidated isn't, because they're just not going to be. They have their own presence, they have their own emotion. So it's only the ones where they're like, I like that over there, but that's looking like a bit too much.
Could my confidence, let's say I'm on 40k, could my confidence be enough to barge through that door?
You'd have to ask yourself
that. Wait for a moment, baby.
Can my confidence, can I be a confident brother who's an average guy and still push through that door? And I don't mean sexually. No. But eventually sexually though. Yeah.
I think it depends if he's a go-getter. I love a go-getter. I'm a bit of a.
That doesn't last. It won't last.
How? How can he not?
So if he's on, if he.
No, but he's striving for it. Let's not go back here to the kitchen.
He didn't say he was
striving. Oh, he's not. He's not
and he's confident.
No.
It can't. How can it
No.
last?
Yeah, it's not gonna
Sadly,
last.
you can't sustain. You can't. You can come home confident every day. What's that gonna do for me? I'm confident by
A
myself.
woman will lose respect for a man eventually for him.
Yeah.
They would lose respect.
I agree. To an extent, I agree. And I think it's a sad place to be in because, as I said, you ladies are striving and you should. And I don't think anyone should make you dim your light for them. You should never undermine or underplay what you do.
Yeah.
You know, I remember my sister was doing well and she was dating one guy before she got married, and she didn't want to tell the guy that she was a lawyer.
What?
She didn't want to tell him that because she was a barrister. Yes. But she didn't want to say that because of what the connotations that comes with. Barrister in your head thinks doing well, educated.
Yeah, that's the wrong man there. Well, obviously,
Yeah.
she married someone.
Yeah, she married someone else, but I think it's hard for you lot. I end like
No,
when
it is.
you lot are striving and being,
Hard.
especially being self-employed.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes people think you've got all the time in the world when you don't.
Don't.
You don't. For
Hello?
some reason
I'm
they
sorry,
think.
someone that does a 9 till 5, they do not get it. I've tried. You don't get it that I've got to swing my laptop or at suddenly at 1 in the morning.
Sunday.
They're actually confused, and that's what I
And
said.
irritated.
I said it in the
It's
last
hard to get
episode. I don't want a guy that does a 9 till 5. I'd rather someone that is in business. And I'm not saying their business has to be fully set up or anything, but they're striving for it all, just like I
When
am.
you say, okay, so let me break it down. So the 9 to 5 thing isn't about the money; it's about the mindset.
Yeah, can't. See, he just got
Okay.
my wording. See, I don't know how to name things.
No,
He's got it, because I'm attracted to the mind.
No, but
See,
I've
there's
got-
men on Snap that send me money, like they'll show me their money, they feel like the watch alone's gonna, it don't do nothing for me. And they're so confused. And they might naturally see me with things and think, yeah, I'm gonna take her to like, do you wanna go here? All of those places. But actually, I like to meet for a coffee first. Because I'm not sitting across a table doing myself up fully. I don't know you. I need to catch a vibe first. So I think they're quite shocked sometimes that I'm like,
100.
I'd rather meet you for
Yeah.
coffee or breakfast very casually before I say I'm gonna do the most for you.
Yeah, she doesn't look like what she
loves a
like.
restaurant
Okay, to go back to personal
Piranha,
branding.
yeah?
Alright, so we're gonna go back to personal
Piranha
branding.
girls.
So we're going to go around to everyone else here. So let's go to personal branding. Now, if a guy is assuming that, if a guy is showing you, he's leading with money, so he's showing his Rolex or showing trinkets of what he considers wealth to be, why do you think he does that to you? Let's go back to Ange now. Why do you think that? So we're going back to personal branding.
why?
So how have you branded yourself that maybe men assume
I can answer it.
that they've got to do that? Then we're going to move on to Kelly.
We see.
I can answer it for
Hey, he's on his hinge like this.
Yeah, he does. And they go like this. They have the bangle, yeah, and they've got the ring,
Don't get
and
me
they've got
wrong,
the
I
car.
like a well-dressed guy.
Hinge, hand, face,
Money
rolling.
and holding the money.
Mercedes
And driving
Benz, steering wheel.
Porsche.
I
I can tell you
Why do you
why.
think guys lead with?
I can tell you.
Why do you think some men think they need to lead with that?
I can
Because
tell
it
you.
looks like I've got money, I guess.
Because
Or, let's say,
Andrea wants 10 chains around her neck.
Right.
Andrea goes online and says things like
Atlanta
this. If you
Rabbit,
100%, if you look at Andrea's feed before branding, you will see she's not just doing the outfit, she's got the handbag here. If Andrea's got a brand on, you're gonna see that it's YSL. She's not doing quite luxury, she's doing like, they're just there like swastikas. They're just there, like they are there.
So I'm putting out. So I'm putting out.
So you're putting out.
But I like, no, but I like the
It's not bad. That's kind of like a joke I would make. That's like, hold on, you got jokes. She said like it's a sausage. You got, hold on, let me. That's 10 out of 10 bats. That's my kind of dark humor. I don't know Kenny have bats. Cause no, I've seen him with a little, you know, the little bonnet on, doing a little headscarf diary kind of thing, and I get the jokes. But that was 10 out of 10. No, you're funny. No,
Okay, so you're saying.
I don't think women are funny, but you're funny.
And she's hilarious.
No, you got.
She
That
basically
was
called you a lifestyle babe.
10 out of 10. Somebody
I
is
do
that.
like that.
She does that lifestyle, so she's, look at you.
But it doesn't mean that.
No,
I'm not saying I don't like a guy guy that is
No, but
that
that's what you're
has
putting out.
things,
Remember, it's just that that's
but
what
it's
you're putting
just
out.
deeper
Yeah,
for me.
but it
I'm
doesn't
actually
look like that.
attracted to mine.
But that's what I remember he said.
It
that
doesn't-
wasn't
yeah,
like on the
you're
surface.
right.
So she's putting out
the
that you
other
need to
guy
come
might
over
see
here
it.
with
The
your.
other guy might see it and be like, yeah, I
I
can't
can't
afford
deal
the
with
lifestyle.
that.
Okay, now let's move to Kelly now. So looking at Kelly objectively, so forget you know Kelly. So looking at how Kelly presents herself, let's look at the gram. 'Cause I think that's all of our marketing. All of our marketing stuff is on the gram.
Yeah.
Okay, so looking at Kelly, so try and take yourself outside of knowing Kelly. How would you say Kelly brands herself? So let's talk about Kelly on the business side, and let's say if someone's looking to date Kelly, what they think they're seeing from Kelly on her socials.
I think a light-hearted, friendly, outgoing, outspoken, but on the basis of certain things that Kelly talks about on, especially like stories, you know she's got standards.
Okay.
Because she educates a lot, and that means on like, Kelly got me into this water. Kelly will be like this, the pH levels, this the correct pH. She is a nerd, she eats very well. Do you see what I'm saying? So you will know that there's certain standards just by how she educates, how she speaks, on the basis of what she offers in your services as well. But then you can see that she's easygoing, light-hearted, and she still likes things. Hers might not be as loud, but she likes
What
things.
kind of man would you say, from what her profile shows, what kind of man would you say would approach her on social media?
No, top
And-
10.
and then-
No, they're top 10 because she's quite outgoing. Because I know her, it's hard. But I would still say Kelly will get a high caliber. She.
And when you say high caliber is what?
Other
As in to
businesses,
you ladies. So your definition of what high caliber is, your definition.
Mine.
Yeah, as in,
Oh.
I work with you.
Let's get back. High caliber is usually business owners.
Be honest, please.
To be honest.
Be honest, please.
No, usually high caliber of if they're a 9 to 5, they're C-suite. If they are in business, their business is fully fledged, it's running, it's doing well. They're generally in shape for the most part. That's who
In
comes
tune
over
with
here.
themselves.
Yeah,
Confident.
very extremely confident, but not
Extreme-
arrogant because I hate arrogant.
Okay, let's play this one. The difference between confident and arrogant. Now, I'm gonna skip Chiz for 1 second. Am I confident and arrogant to you, ladies?
You have both. Sometimes you are definitely arrogant.
Explain.
said that before.
So you have you have because I know that you're credible, because I know what you do. I know that sometimes it doesn't even mean to be arrogant. I just know because I'm good. I can look from the outside. If I was looking in, sometimes I look at the things and say, "Why is this man chatting so much? Like, why is he? Why does?" And sometimes, sometimes it's almost condescending. It's like you're saying stuff, and you, even though you're educating them, it comes from a place of, "Why don't they know this already?" Do you get it? And it can come across like that because you've known it for so long.
Is it the way I'm
delivering it. And I have a problem with delivery also. She definitely has a problem with delivery.
So are you saying arrogant in when I'm talking about something?
Yes.
So when I'm talking about maybe business,
Yes.
it can come across arrogant
It could.
in that sense.
If someone's sensitive, to me it's not arrogant because I usually know what you're talking about, and if I don't know, it's like, oh, that was a good bit of info. To an outsider, it could be like, he's just talking and throwing this stuff out there and he expects us to know this, so they're gonna perceive it as arrogant. I just think you're confident. You're good at what you do.
Where's the fine line between, as a woman looking at a guy, what is the fine line between confidence and arrogance? So where's the middle ground where, okay, he's treading the line, but we like it? Because I think women like a bit of arrogance.
Absolutely.
But then when is it too much?
When it's actually condescending.
Accept your definition of me being arrogant, and I'm going to say you perceive me as arrogant because of maybe I appear to be condescending, or I could appear to be condescending in the way I deliver things.
Yes.
Okay, so you would say then that sometimes I'm acting like what I'm saying, somebody should know it or people should know it.
Yes.
Okay, and where would you say the fine line is between arrogance and confidence to you? So let's say there's this bit where you're tilting left to right.
Yeah.
As a woman, where would you say the fine line a guy has between saying he's arrogant and saying he's confident? Where does it become arrogance when you're looking at a guy?
I think for me, so
And arrogant guys.
personally, yeah, but from afar, I don't know why arrogant guys don't really come over here. I think it's. I don't know, but I can see them. I see them online. I can suss them out really quickly. So I can see them.
And what is it that you're seeing without even conversing with them that makes you think arrogance?
So I don't personally think you're arrogant. I can see why other people would en masse say, yeah, he's arrogant. But because I already know what you do and I know you, I know it's not that.
So what is arrogance to you then?
So arrogance to me is when usually it's people that lead with money or bullshit. Like you see them leading with the money. That just tells me that's literally all you have.
So you're saying the difference between Mayweather and 50 Cent?
They're both. Well, actually, I don't think he's quite dunce. Mayweather. Do you know what I mean? So when I know you can't read or write properly, you can't be arrogant to me. So I can't.
He leads with his money. So would you say he's arrogant?
I'd say that's more or less all he has. And then 50, we know he has money, but also he's arrogant. He has a level of arrogance. You're publicly trolling people. That's quite an arrogant thing to do.
What I call 50 Cent arrogant. So for me, arrogance to me is when you have when you think you're more than you are.
So you're overinflated.
So for instance, Mayweather's 50-0. So he can scream from the rooftops that I'm the best boxer of my era. And I don't think anybody could call him arrogant.
Yeah, so he can't be arrogant in that sense. No, but I think there's
other factors.
Mine is other factors. It's
like arrogance is thinking you're better than others.
Yeah.
And I don't think I come across like that.
No, I don't.
No, it's not that you think you're better than others. It's how other people are gonna think. Why does he think that's normal? Why is he explaining it like that?
It's more on how he educates, isn't it?
Yeah, someone coming from, I can't say it's not lesser. It's just a less educated space, and maybe has less than you. And you have to remember, arrogance is all about what the person's perceiving as well. So they're not just looking at you, they've built up what your life looks like. They've built up that you're probably got many women, you drive this car. Like, people don't actually know you.
Stop doing that. It's annoying, bro. It's annoying. Bro, you need to stop doing that, bro. You need to stop doing that, bro.
It's the truth.
You need to stop doing that,
bro.
What do you? You're doing it for banter.
Wait, do you think I purposely drive a car with an AC for banter?
Yes.
I've got no Apple Play.
Yes.
For banter.
Yes.
No Apple Play.
How many watches you got?
Sorry.
Right, cool. Alright, cool. No. How many watches? How many watches? How many watches? Wait, so when we film, how many watches?
We interrupted Ange.
And the value of your watches can get you what car? One of them watches.
Sorry.
One of them. No, please. No, please.
Sorry.
This guy.
This
guy.
Sorry. Well, no, it's interesting because I think now, how do you think? So now, on the flip side, Chiz, how do we perceive women to be arrogant? So what do you think we see when we think a woman might be arrogant?
Yeah, let's
talk from a man's point of view.
This now.
Tell me, Chiz.
Oh, skip.
No.
Gabriel wants me to flame myself.
No, tell me.
Chiz on listen to zero.
Skip.
In the car.
Skip.
Please.
Skip. I'm not going viral.
What?
Sir, please.
I'm not going viral.
Sir, please. We got a gym to pay for.
Skip. I'm not going viral.
Okay, what? Okay,
skip.
What? You told us to say.
You're trying to line me up.
Okay, so what do you like? Okay, so what?
You're trying to line me up. Well done, Gabs.
Okay, what traits?
I'm too smart for that.
What traits do you really like in a woman?
Yeah. I'm too smart for that. I'm not going viral, and I'm not saying what traits I like because someone's gonna try and form themselves to be my ideal.
The internet's not like that, bro.
No, the
Don't
internet's
worry.
like that. A lot of people.
So what do you like?
Remember, I told you you used to watch my clips and get. No.
Okay, I think my definition of arrogance for women. So when I look at, so first of all, I think arrogance is, for me, is when you think too highly of yourself. So I think they call it delusions of grandeur on one side. So I would say, the reason why, and this is the thing, the reason why I don't see the two of you as arrogant is because I can see behind what you're doing. Okay? So for instance, I don't know either of you that well. So I've known of Kelly for years. I've known of you for maybe a few years. And I can only go from what I've seen. And I think sometimes men see confidence as arrogant. I think you ladies are very confident. And I believe women should be confident. In the workplace, when a woman is passionate or a woman knows her shit, they will call her bossy, they will call her this and that. If the man does the equivalent, it's nothing. So I wouldn't say you ladies are arrogant. What I see as arrogant is when maybe a woman, and this is a bad thing, so I shouldn't think like this. But when a woman leads with her money, I think men can perceive her as arrogant. So when maybe you use the word brokey, now I don't think that's arrogant, I think that it triggers certain men who are maybe
financially
financial
constraints.
Yes, I think it does. So maybe some men could perceive you as arrogant, but I see it as banter to an extent.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just that it does hurt sometimes. It does.
Not you though, sir.
I've been there though.
Not you though. Yeah, but
so arrogance to me is leading with your money is arrogant to me when a lady does that.
Yeah.
But if men do it, I don't know if women see that as arrogant too.
I do.
But I think a woman leading with her money is arrogant. I think when a woman has a preference for something which she's nowhere near. So you see entitlement. That's not a form of arrogance to me, but I see that as bordering that. So when there's times when I've met up with women in the past, and let's say, for instance, you know, we're meant to meet up, and she goes, "Oh, what time are you coming to get me?" Or "What time are you sending the Uber?" That to me is a form of arrogance, to me. For the fact
That's
that
very entitled.
yeah, because the fact that you assume that that's automatic.
But don't you think that might be just her standards?
And see, that's
Because some wouldn't just if they're not used to that, they wouldn't randomly say that.
No, and that's a
If they
good thing to
do,
that.
then that's cheeky. But so should she not say that?
I think there's a way. So there's a way it's done. So there's certain times when I'll start talking to a lady, and there's certain things that she says that pulls me off straight away. So for instance, if I say to you, "Are you what's your plans on Friday? Are you free?" And the reply is, "What do you have in mind?" You'll never get a reply back from me. Never.
why?
I'll tell you why. Because I know why you're doing that. You haven't answered yet if you're free.
Yeah.
So
You're seeing what
You're seeing what it is. Yeah! It's true, because that was the
He's saying.
she's saying things.
She's saying, is it sexy squid, as he calls it? Is it
Yeah.
sexy squid,
No,
or
that's-
is it?
No,
That means
Piranha.
she don't want to see him.
Piranha kills, you know.
She ain't interested in him.
Piranha
She ain't
kills.
interested in you.
She's
What
checking.
you can do for
She's
you.
checking. Is he? Where are we gonna go? Is he gonna say, "Oh, I don't know. Maybe we could go to the gym, or maybe we could go to eat at the down the
We're going for
road."
a cheeky
A
Nando.
cheeky
Oh,
Nando's.
I love
Or a
Nando's.
coffee.
Go back home, don't.
So when she said, "Edit out the cheeky Nando."
That's what the arrogance part does for me.
Is it my face? Is it me?
But I think
I do know.
for men though, I think it just determines where they're at in life. Because one man's arrogant woman is another man's just
No.
it's just nothing.
Yeah.
So you're right in saying it depends what standards she set for herself.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to have standards. I've said it before in an episode, there was a time when we was in the States and one of my mates ordered a woman an Uber. And when the Uber pulled up, the Uber was right outside the house. We sit on the mat.
She said it was Uber.
She goes, like, "Where's the Uber?" And he goes, "Like, it's there." She goes, "Where?" She can see the Uber.
So
she
it's not Uber Black.
Yes.
Yeah. I hear that though.
What?
She goes,
It wasn't Uber Black.
she goes, "You ordered me an Uber Black." She then took a screenshot of the Uber she orders herself. She goes, "Look,
Yeah.
I only use Uber Black."
Use Uber Black. 'Cause
I
it's
mean, it
safer.
wasn't for him to, he didn't know that. She should still be grateful that she got an Uber.
Why
But she
is
was
it-
corrected.
That's not arrogance to me.
That's not arrogance.
Because that's
That's
what she
what
does
she does
herself.
for herself.
Now the arrogance to me now is when you don't.
Yeah.
And you can't do for yourself.
When you're doing Uber share and you want me to do Uber
And
Black.
now on Uber Black. That's
Yeah,
when I think you're
Liverpool.
arrogant.
So what you do for yourself basically
Is fine.
Yeah, I think that's when, or when maybe a woman thinks she's better than a guy. I think that's another part of where I might consider a woman to be arrogant, is when she feels she's better than someone. I think in general, when you think you're better than somebody, like I've been out with ladies before where they've been rude to the waitress.
Never. Oh,
And-
disgusting.
Yeah, and that's
disgusting.
That is disgusting.
You never see me again.
That's the quickest way for me. I could leave.
What did
Yeah,
you
you
do?
never see me
No,
again.
that-
What you say?
No, you never see me again.
Okay, so you don't like women that are rude to the. Okay.
Yeah, you can't be rude to people.
That's
Yeah,
my benchmark of how I check someone's character.
Yeah.
Is how they treat people who they think they're beneath them. That's how I check people's
Eventually, you're
character.
gonna try and feel like you can form chess with me.
100%.
And I think that's one thing. That's the first thing I check with anybody is their character,
I
how
was
they
gonna
treat
say,
people.
even as
Character is
friends,
so
even as
important.
friends, there was some girl that we used to be around, and she was rude to a few waitresses. She can't come out of us
Yeah,
anymore.
she's just arrogant.
She
And
got dashed
not even
out.
that, she's just delusional.
Because it's arrogant. She really's got an over self-inflated.
How do women do? How do women get rid of friends? How does that happen? I've always wondered.
How do you get
Oh,
rid of it?
Yeah,
no, I
how
just
do
told
you-
her about herself online because I'd had enough.
What do you mean?
There was something that was put out. I think she was talking on a podcast about men's penises or something, and I just said, be very careful what's attached to your brand, because in a time of what she was trying to build or come to me to build, and I feel like she has that way where she's known to sleep with many anyway. Do you know what I mean? Like people have said about hot chocolates and certain things of being made. So you know when there's that perception of you, and then you're like, I'm gonna be in the comments talking about certain things that you shouldn't because that's already attached to you. And I just said in the comments that be very careful what's attached to your brand. But there was a back and forth before that, but I ended with that, and they didn't want to hear it. They didn't want to hear it. No, I see her in the gym.
I've always wondered, because I see girls that rotate friend circles often and stuff.
See, we don't do that.
I always wondered how that works.
No, I've lived around with a lot of people. A long time ago. I
New friends in the bathroom.
New friends in the bathroom.
Yeah.
We called them the moment. Oh, hey girl.
I love you, hey girl.
No, but then
You look so gorgeous.
I think you should compliment other women.
Yeah, but we're not making friends with them, and we're not. Yeah, but we're not.
Take each other's phone numbers. We got dinner Piranha next week.
No, definitely not.
Well, you don't want to take the babes to Piranha.
No, but we're not doing that. We're not doing all of that. You look good. Oh my god, you look really amazing. Some of you might even meet people that in the same field. I see what you're doing online. That's really good.
Even when you can see that someone's tried to make an effort, I think that's important.
When you say try to make it, what do you mean?
So when we was like in the insurance world and we was in Canary Wharf, and there's a certain way that you kind of dress, you know, heels, blazer, you know, the attire, and some didn't have that, and you can see they've tried.
Yeah.
I would say you look really nice.
Even though
it's not my style, but I can see what they do, and you know what, they got better over time because they were watching. Sometimes it doesn't need to be just because it's something that you wouldn't wear. But if you can see the effort that someone has tried to do, like, why would you not open your mouth and just say, oh, you look good?
Are you a nice person?
It means they're I'm a beautiful person.
She's so nice.
I help her off.
I think she's a sweetheart.
She is a sweetheart. She is a sweetheart. Everyone knows.
Fake tough persona.
She doesn't even. You know what it is? She doesn't even have.
I'm actually quite tough though.
I don't know you, so once again, everything I'm saying could be wrong. But I'm just going from the little I've seen of you. I don't know you, but from the little I've seen of you, you're just a sweetheart. But you've got this little fake thing where you just kind of had to be tough. But I can tell that you're a sucker for love. When you're in a relationship, like you're gonna get not in a rude way. A man will probably do worse to you than her, because I can tell you're a sweetheart. You're just like okay.
Are you a sweetheart?
She's a sweetheart
until she's not.
Until she's not.
Fake tough thing, don't fool me.
Until she ain't.
She's a sweetheart. But I can tell, you'll tell someone about themselves when it's gone too far. Yeah. But you are a lover girl.
And I will drop you in 22 seconds and I will never go back. I always do before that I go back.
I can see her cooking, apron, serving food on her knees. Hey baby.
On her knees, you know. On her knees.
And that's not her. So that's
Kelly, her.
Kelly. She is a man clown.
Kelly
is a man clown.
Kelly
is a man clown. Do people not understand?
Piranha kills you.
Kelly is a man clown.
She
can't even see her own vision anymore when there is someone that she's into. Her vision has now gone and it's their vision.
Yeah.
You think I'm joking?
What do you mean you're not buying it?
I think you see that little fake tough thing you got going on. You're just a little,
you've got a little
girl.
No,
You've got
You're just a little sweetheart. Okay.
He's actually got it mixed. Don't get me wrong, I don't mistreat her, man, but she's definitely intense. I've still got my vision. I still want to. She's gonna let her get married.
I'll pack it in.
Okay, I don't even know she's in the game anymore.
I'm done.
Where I'm still going for it. I need to make my own money.
I'm not doing
so
that.
I've got more of that where she is like.
I'm not doing that.
It could be 1 a.m. and the guy could be hungry. She's going to jump up.
What do you say?
Yeah.
Hey, what you say? You're going to be whipping up upstairs at 1 a.m.
Yeah, whatever you want.
I feel you.
Kelly is the man clown. She says it herself all the time.
You want to eat? You come back from
Kelly, what's your name?
Man clown, you want to eat food? We'll cook the food. Do you want to go? What do you want to do tomorrow? You want to do that? Oh, don't worry about my plans. Yeah.
Don't worry.
Her plans no longer exist.
I'll have the laptop on my lap. Typing whilst on the way to the plans.
So she puts on a different persona.
I don't, but the thing is
you don't. But I think
people decide.
They decide because of how ruthless and by the things that you.
Yeah, ruthless outside of my house. Inside my house, I'm chilling out.
Yeah.
Inside my house.
And she doesn't argue back. She's really quiet. Like she doesn't do the beefing thing.
I wouldn't see her as an argumentative type, and I don't see you as that either. And I think once again, it just depends on the space a man creates, as far as I think.
Exactly.
You know.
I agree with
and that's what I think. I think for you, from what I'm talking from the outside in.
Yeah.
Like from my perception of you, I just see you as I used to see you as like this tough girl, but I don't think you're tough.